Who do we have in the house? Long Beach in the house. Good morning. We have Cliff down in big cities over there. So hello. Heidi, I'm going to mute all of you guys. Joanne Stevens, hello. Nicole. Hey, Nicole. Randy, out of the boat in out in the island over there. Join us as well. Robert Crow, hello. Taline, welcome, welcome. We have Basis over here. Once again, guys, I'm going to mute you. Just make sure that you're muted if we didn't mute you, because if not, we can all hear you. All right. So today, what we're going to do, guys, please mute yourself if you can. Thank you. Hey, Randy, thumbs up if you can still hear me. Okay, thank you. All right, perfect. So what we're going to go over today basically is the basic platform of command. So, some of you have been asking, hey, how can I, use some form of a newsletter, right? So, yeah, there's tons of options out there we can use. By any means, we don't discount any shape or form, any type of printed material or what have you. If agents put any ads on newspapers or newsletter or magazines, or if you print material, and of course you do postcards or flyers or whatever, it's all legit. It depends on the mix of your budget and how well you diversify. Like you should be diversified in any aspect of life, if it's financial, business, what have you, to promote yourself, right? However, there's nothing like the reach of the digital reach, because whatever we're going to show you today, you can even create some kind of a link in that link. You can maybe even promote as a Facebook ad. So you're going to have even bigger exposure, right, to dozens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, millions, because of the value, right, at a very, very low cost. So, and at one point, what we know right now that the campaigns that KW Command has, they're not full yet, right? If you remember, go back to EH, when you added a contact of some kind, a group of contacts, and you want to add a drip campaign, for example, you can choose from like dozens of different types of campaigns, for sellers, for investors, for buyers, seasonal tips, newsletters, whatever. So KW slowly what they're doing, instead of just merging everything, they're doing like in one click, because it's all HTML based, they rebuilding all those drip campaigns or whatever you want to call them. So today we're going to focus on the newsletter. Kim is going to take you through the process of how to access. First of all, Kim, show them also. I'm already linked, so you won't have the option to relink my MailChimp, but we are going to connect you should connect one of your eBlast systems. Currently, it's KW, which is not finalized. It's still working or supporting MailChimp. The issue with MailChimp, when I say issue, it means that cost-wise, it's a free account if you have up to 2,000 contacts. Okay, if you have more than 2,000 contacts, then you will have to pay for it. Now, even if you have under 2,000, you can pay for it to get additional features that will be better features. Do your own due diligence about the costs and the benefits and what it can do for you. That's totally fine. And the only reason this is not a CRM, KW Command is a CRM. There's no cost for that. The MailChimp is only an eBlast platform. I didn't hear anything. I didn't read it anywhere. Gary Keller didn't send me a text and told me, hey man, this is what's going to happen next. But I'm positive that KW working to build their own eBlast system eventually. So you won't have to pay for that as well. You won't be limited to whatever. So that's just my thought. But let's just move on to that topic. So Kim is going to take you through the process of how to just, step by step, how to link the account. It's not linked yet. And it's free to open Mailchimp once again. And then she will show you how to access the newsletter, how to set it up, show a couple of examples, show maybe some resources that you can pull information from and build your own thing and move on. If you expect to just, to have something already done and set and just email out and whatever, it's not the case. You have to spend, a little bit on building it yourself. But as I mentioned at the beginning, they are working to bring all those pre-made templates or monthly newsletters built up already for you, even though you're still going to have the option to change those as well. So let's jump to Kim. And once again, if you're viewing online on the app, you have somewhere over there option to chat. So you can click on the chat box and ask questions, and Kim's going to go once in a while for you to ask those questions. Cool? Any questions so far? Okay.
Maybe if you haven't already received an email from me with the content resources, you can maybe put your email in the chat, and then I will, after the class, send you that. But I think everyone in this group has it already.
Cool. All right. So Kim, take it from here. Touching the button there. You always want to just to see like what's going on. So click over here on the share, and then you can choose the time. Yeah. Okay. Now just click on the thing so you can see it, and then yeah. Now the thing is that oh, hold on. Hey, Randy, thumbs up if you see the command screen. Okay. I always just double check.
Okay. Do you want to show them the newsletter, or you don't want to? Okay.
It's yours. Just show them whatever you want. See how it looks like at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'll show you the finished product just so it makes a little bit more sense about hearing. Okay, so this is what we're building today. Newsletter. And by the way, right up here, how you can look at it, the different views. Now this is what it would look like on your phone. It would look like on so basically, what I did is put in 3 different articles. I called this one Homeowner Needs to Know newsletter. Found the pictures. For this, I just pulled them off the internet and put in some articles.
Can you use somebody's blog?
Yeah, it's a good idea at the bottom to put the entire article or a disclaimer at the end. This information was taken from whatever. Or you can actually add the link. A newsletter or a video article, wherever you pulled it from. So that's what we're going to build. Now, first, I want to show you, in case you haven't synced up to your Mailchimp account, what do you do for that? So when you go to the drop down here and you click settings, it brings you to this page. All the applications that you have connected will be at the top, and the ones that you haven't connected will be down here. So somewhere down here, or here's the MailChimp. So Meny is already connected to his MailChimp. But if you hadn't done that, it would look like this, and you would click Connect Account. And you can sync up your MailChimp. So you have to go to MailChimp.com and actually create an account. Like Meny said, the free account allows you 2,000 contacts, and that's 10,000 emails every month. So most of you probably won't exceed.
The username the same?
it's whatever you have created using for MailChimp. Whatever username, whatever login. And then when you press connect, it will take you to a screen where you can log into the MailChimp. So that's the first step. And then also just a reminder that when you're working, when you're creating any type of flyer or email, you always want your marketing profile to be set. And just to remind you where that is, it's right here under Connect Settings, Marketing Profile. I think most of you already have that set up. But that's what houses all your logos, your headshot, your social media, your contact info. So you want that set up. So now we're going to go back to that newsletter template. To do that, by the way, you can always click on this KW if you don't remember what these icons stand for. The newsletter will be in campaigns. Click on campaigns. And you're going to click create a new campaign. This is going to be an email campaign. First part here is just mainly saving the campaign so that you can go back to it later. So campaign name, I'll say homeowners newsletter. Okay, now once your MailChimp is synced, when it says select account, you'll be able to select whatever account that you have. Some people have more than one. So Meny's account is called that e-blast, so I'm going to click on that one. For the recipient list, also if you have different audiences set up in your MailChimp account, they will display here. We're going to click Calabasas market share. That's what he has set up. Who is sending this page? I'm going to say Meny is. And we'll leave that email for reply. So what is the subject line in this email? I'm going to call it
It doesn't connect to MailChimp. Is it a problem or?
I don't know. I can look at it after the class. Are you in Google Chrome? Okay, remember for any Keller Williams platform, it's always best to use Google. Okay?
We see this not connected or no? Or not connected?
I don't think you'd be able to progress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, you're just gonna have to watch. You wouldn't be able to progress because the audience wouldn't be synced up there, so it wouldn't let you move forward. Okay, so now we're gonna apply the design. And here's the two templates that Keller Williams just loaded this week. So I'm going to choose one of the templates. Let me just see if there's any questions so far. Okay, thanks, Heidi. Got your email. Okay, so a lot of this auto-populates already from your marketing profile. That's why it's important to have that marketing profile filled out. He has his first name, last name, phone number, website, and the app URL. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't move on without that. And a lot of you probably don't know that memorized. So I'm going to show you real quickly where to get that. That would be back on your MyKW. So for new agents, you might be wondering what is the MyKW because you use it. And that is the internet dashboard that we used to use, and your mobile app code is located there. So real quickly, going to go there. Okay, so this is the MyKW dashboard. You hover over home and go to agent website admin. This is where the URL is for your property app. So that's not the Kelly app, that's the property app. So it's just like Zillow on your phone, linked to the MLS. Keller Williams has their own app for that. I'm going to copy that URL. I'm going to go back here, and that's where this goes. He has his license number, his designation, his headshot, logos are there. Email title. You can put whatever you want here. Okay, so now here's where you start building the actual content of the newsletter. So, like I said, I sent all of you an email that contains some options for content. But what I think would be easy for all of you is to use your home blog or your homekeeper blog on your website. For those of you who haven't added that page yet to your website, it's very easy to do. And once you do have it on your website, you can use that for content. So I've added one of our agents here and going to just pick, let's see, I'll pick this one. Oh, actually, it's not our agent. Never mind that. But so the first part is a little, the first part is the name. Maintain your home style and style. That. And now the description, that's kind of like a teaser of what the article's about. So we'll go back here, and for the sake of time, I'm just going to copy this first paragraph, and that's going to be here. And now it wants a photo. So what I found by doing this before is that it was difficult to upload the photos from Homekeeper just because they're too large. Command doesn't like anything larger than 1 MB. So I just went ahead from the internet and downloaded a couple. So I'm going to choose one that I've already downloaded. Lets you play around with the image a little bit and cropping. And then there it's loaded. The next field is the button copy. So that is this link, this little button right here. What do you want to call that? So I'm going to say article. Again, put what you want. So now this is the actual link to the article. Now I'm going to add this link. Jessica? What? Letter? Jessica? No, you can't do this. No. Oh, you? No. What do they do then? Well, they go to digital. They don't do your email. They do print. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, I could go ahead and add a few more, but you get the idea. I'm just taking the time to put more in so that you can see the finished product.
But there's no problem copying and stuff.
Well, like I said, it would be a good idea that that you can put, you're putting the complete article, so it's not like you're reworking it. This is the Homekeeper article. But if you want to, especially if you create your own blogs and you're writing your own, if you credit the source. Okay, and oops. Sorry guys, I just want us good.
Copy the article and everybody is getting basic.
Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. That's what you would do. Last one, sorry guys. Okay. Okay, done. And then the footer will auto-populate from your marketing profile, so you shouldn't have to do anything there. And you want to apply the design. You can save it as a draft, go back later if you'd like, and if not, okay. And so that's the newsletter. The other template that Keller Williams provided for you looks pretty much the same. I think the header's a little different and the size of the, but it's basically the same.
Get your own design.
They say that eventually, you can with a widget. If you just click on email without using the templates, create one. Yeah.
Copy the full
Mhm.
website.
Yeah. Once it's yeah, you can use it as an email and send it from here. I'll read
This
your
newsletter so complicated. These contents.
And the other thing that that a lot of people are using right now is the property websites. I don't know if everybody had a chance to practice with that from last week, so I just wanted to quickly go over that again. Let me see if there's any questions though on this. Yeah, we just had an agent in our office who was doing an open house this weekend, and she decided to do a property website. She contacted the listing agent. Okay, that she put it on her Facebook and everything. He was thrilled. Extra marketing for him. So it's really something handy. So I want to make sure everybody at least knows how to get to that so that you can play around with it. Well, it's always a good idea just to get their permission,
Just for the
to
website?
market it.
You print the flyer?
Yeah, you print flyers. I think they expect that. Okay, so when I go into the site section, I want to make sure I'm in landing pages, and I'm going to create a new site. And there's two options, either on my agent site, which would be on your website, or as a standalone. I'm going to choose a standalone and create the page. So this brings you to the widget section. It talks, this is the same look as if you were to create an email. You have the option of using this widget to design it. So you can do drag and drop. So you would drag over your header first. I mean, I suggest that all the time so that your contact info is there. It just gives it a good look. And if you're making the property website, you can drag and drop the listing widget. Wherever you see the green line, that's where you're dropping the widget. And I won't go through all this, but another thing you might want to add is the market snap. That will give you the kind of synopsis, the summary of whatever zip code you get. Let's do it just to show. Drop it down there.
How did you get the right listing though?
Okay, I'll show you in 1 second. Once you configure the widget, it'll ask you that.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, right now we're just.
Yeah, we're just kind of building it right now.
Market snap at the bottom.
You can arrange it any way you want. Obviously, you put the header at the top. One of the classes we talked about using this as your open house check-in. So maybe you have your laptop available. You could put the lead form, instead of putting it at the bottom, which you might do in this case for the property website, you can put it at the top. That way, as people come in, they actually fill out the form. That's giving you the lead. That lead, once the form is completed, it drops the lead right into your contact, your CRM. But in this case, if I were doing the lead form, I would put it at the bottom. So now you've kind of designed the widgets the way you want. You want to configure them. You go down here to configure. And wherever you see a green circle with the check, that means that that part is set up. And where it isn't green means you need to do something to that widget. So check branded header. And there you can see it wants a title. So I'm thinking that this is a property website. I'm just going to call it something. Park Avenue. About 123 Park Avenue. You want to do yours? No. Oh, yeah. You do it. Okay. So I'm going to save that. Now we're going to click the, now we're in the listings widget. Browse the listing. Search for your listing. Or like I said, if you're doing an open house, you can search for that. So I'll select this one. New Jersey. What's that?
Okay.
The cost for everybody.
This is not a good one because it doesn't have the pictures. Let me choose another one. Does anybody have a 1242 South C-U-R-S-O-N? Yes. The work? This one, right? So it's default to the first picture, whatever you loaded on MLS. You can always change it if you have an amazing backyard and you want that to show. We'll leave it at the first one. And take that. Yes. And then the only other thing I'm going to check, because I don't trust it. It's the market snap. I want to make sure it has a different zip code. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to actually go up here, and this is just for your use. No one sees this, but you can call it what you want. Okay, so now I'm done. Created this this page. If I save it, are you sure you want to save? Yes. Well, I can't do that because I'm not in Jordan's account. So it's only going to give me Meny's information. Oh, did I? Oh, yes. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do it live, so you got the idea. Okay, so I didn't publish it yet, but so here it is saved. So you can always go back and change it. Now I could have published it and made it live right there. And had I done that, it would have showed the URL, just like this URL is showing. And a nice thing to do is to come over here, and it's not showing me now, but if I had it live, I would be able to change the URL. So I suggest you kind of, if you're just changing the club, you can't change the entire subdomain, but you can change the ending, and I would put the property address. So it's more identifiable, that URL kind of connects with the property. And then, like I said, you can publish it. Now, once it has been published, you'll see this toggle switch for the status. If for any reason you needed to turn that off, for some reason you had to take it off the market, you can just, without deleting the whole website, just make it inactive. And then later go back, click the toggle switch and turn it back on. Fine. So this is really a great tool, not only, like I said, for your own listing. If you're doing an open house, the listing agent, doesn't mind, you can copy this URL and put it on Facebook or send it out in an email. Yes, I'll help you.
It seems easy when you do it.
I know. It really, after you've done it one time, it really is easy. It really is easy. Are there any questions from anybody out there? Okay. All righty. Okay, well, thank you guys. If you have any questions in Long Beach, you can talk to Patricia, and Calabasas, you can call me. And I went ahead and sent the content resources to Patricia. So if you're listening from Long Beach, you can ask her for that. And then Calabasas, Joanne and Taylene, I think I already sent it to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Kim.
Bye, Taylene. Yes.
Last week.